an op-ed piece in the Washington Post calling NFL team owners cowards for not hiring Colin Kaepernick. And I must say, Colin Kaepernick, I must say, I agree. I'm not a huge fan of the Washington Post, but this story is absolutely true, and it shows the ridiculous racism of the NFL. Colin Kaepernick, who you might know, took a knee during the national anthem while playing with the 49ers in basically a Black Lives Matter protest and protesting the violence against black men from the police. So Colin Kaepernick, who then didn't vote in the election, which that was a huge misstep on his part. But he inspired a lot of young people. That's where he blew it. But that's not an egregious crime. That's just a guy missing the point. But he did make some good points. And he showed he peacefully was allowed, he was peacefully protesting, and everybody on the right and people set his jersey on fire. But here's the thing about Colin Kaepernick. Okay, he took the Niners to the Super Bowl in 2013. He's a good quarterback. And some NFL owners have said, well, he's just not that good anymore. Jay Cutler, shitty quarterback for the Bears, a team I used to care about, just got signed $10 million to play for Miami or something like that. And here's the thing. Colin Kaepernick never gotten a DUI, never been arrested for domestic abuse, never been charged by the league for taking performance-enhancing drugs, being a cheater. He's never doing this. He's never done this. Greg Hardy, who had been found guilty of domestic abuse by a judge, was signed by the Dallas Cowboys in 2015, right? And Jerry Jones referred to him as one of the real leaders of his team. Jerry Jones, owner of the Dallas Cowboys, also brought Josh Brent back after Brent had been found guilty of vehicular manslaughter after a teammate died in an accident when Brent was driving drunk. So he killed his buddy because he was driving drunk. He gets a job in the NFL. Take a knee during the national anthem. Sorry, we don't have any space for you. Michael Floyd, a wide receiver for the Arizona Cardinals last season, served a brief jail sentence this year after being found guilty on plea bargain of an extreme DUI. His blood alcohol level when he was arrested was .217, almost 3 times the legal limit in Arizona. It was Floyd's second DUI conviction. He was signed in the spring by the Vikings. Remember when Ray Rice, the Baltimore Ravens guy, was released when he was caught on camera in an elevator punching his fiance? Baltimore Ravens fans wore free Ray Rice t-shirts. This is what sickens me about the NFL. This is why I'm not a fan of the NFL, because I played high school football and loved the game of football. This is why I cannot support the NFL at all. This is why I will not go to any NFL games, and I do not want to give that league my money. A buddy of mine I was just talking to who lives up in Seattle was like, Graham, why don't you come up and we'll go to either a Mariners game and go in September, or maybe we'll go see a Seahawks game. And I had to be honest with him. I said, I don't want to support the NFL. And I listed this is one of the reasons. They've covered up CTE, and they don't care that, they were letting players play with this, risking this, and they said nothing about it. And then it's Colin Kaepernick. I just can't support this league. And then not all, but some of the fan base is just stupid. The people that wrote free Ray Rice t-shirts. So you're saying free a guy that beat a woman. So what if he beat his fiance in an elevator? Hey, he's a good ball player. I'm sick of that. I'm sick of that in America, and the NFL sickens me. It's everything that's wrong with America. The militarized national anthem. It's just like, what are we watching? Triumph of the Will? And Colin Kaepernick taking a knee, he's spitting in the face of the military. Hey, fuck you, man. The national anthem isn't the sole providence of the United States military, whom I've gone and entertained in war zones. So before any right-wing assholes come in here and try to tell me that I'm a bad American, you don't know who you are talking to, because I've been shot at in a war zone, and I went there to tell dick jokes. This is And to show you, of the 32 NFL teams, 31 of them are owned by white men. One of them, the Jacksonville Jaguars, has a Pakistani. The one owner is are owned by Pakistani American Shahid Khan. 31 white owners, one Pakistani American. I wonder if that has anything to the reason why a black man taking a knee during the national anthem to protest unarmed black men being gunned down by cops and the cops being acquitted time and time again. It's already happened 3 or 4 times this year. I've lost track in this ridiculous country. All these players do all these awful things, and they can't seem to hire Colin Kaepernick. John Mara, owner of the New York Giants, has been the most honest of the owners, saying that he received numerous letters from fans who vowed to cancel their season tickets if Kaepernick or any player who disrespected a flag played for his team. Your fan base is dumb. No doubt a handful of fans might cancel season tickets, and in the case of the Giants, instantly be replaced by those on the waiting list. Exactly. The loud idiots. This has happened to me like comedy club owners. I mean, honestly, on a very, very small level, this is like what happened to me I got fired from my Twitter feed by a big movie review company that was going to hire me. I did that video on this because they didn't like my Twitter feed. So, and this article goes into, and it makes a good point. If Colin Kaepernick were like Tom Brady, if he was like a star white quarterback and he took a knee, he'd still have a job somewhere. Standing up for his beliefs. He'd take some shit from people, but he'd be standing up for his beliefs. Oh, this is just a crybaby black guy that shouldn't be complaining. Such bullshit. It's such bullshit, and it's just, there's no way it doesn't have to do with racism. You can't say it doesn't. Kaepernick has gotten one serious look this offseason from Seattle Seahawks. After Seattle coach Pete Carroll talked glowingly about Kaepernick, the team signed Austin Davis, who last took an NFL snap in 2015 when the Ravens needed a quarterback because of an injury to starter Joe Flacco. They signed David Olson, whose main claim to fame is leading the Wichita Force to a title in the Champions Indoor Football League. The Dolphins signed Jay Cutler. And, all right, I get signing Jay Cutler, but their backup plan if the Dolphins' backup plan of Cutler doesn't work, is to pursue Tim Tebow, who hasn't played in the NFL since 2011. Or Peyton Manning, who's 41 years old and retired. Apparently, it doesn't matter to the love it or leave it crowd that many military members have defended Kaepernick, saying things like the reason we fought overseas was to protect his or anyone's right to protest. Vets have said that. If you understand the American flag and the Constitution, which there's a great saying which clearly is not being applied here, which is, I would rather wrap myself in the Constitution and burn the flag than wrap myself in the flag and burn the Constitution. So I don't care what a bunch of reactionary shitheads who just care about their precious game and don't even understand the military and what its role is. The military is defending your right to take a knee during the NFL. It's defending your right to shave your head and paint it and dye it pink. It's defending your right to play video games or get a tattoo or go right like that on a camera to a YouTube thing. It's defending your right to do that. And if a guy who doesn't have DUIs and beats women and all this other crap wants to take a knee, he should be able to do that and still then play. And he should be judged on his performance on the field. So it's another reason why I don't support the NFL. And as we're getting the preseason is starting and the regular season, I encourage you to do the same. Vote with your dollars. I played high school football. I was captain of my team. I was a linebacker. This past season, 2016, was the first year since I was a teenager, since I was, 11 or 12, I didn't watch at least one full football game, either NFL or college. And I'm not going to watch anymore. I can't support this league. It's such bullshit. And Colin Kaepernick should have a job. But on the principle, as far as his head trauma and CTE, maybe it's it's good for him, his long-term health, that he isn't going to continue to play. Because he has like a 90-some percentile chance if you play in the NFL of getting CTE. So thank you for supporting this show, you guys, and vote with your dollars. Support. I go to WNBA games. I support the WNBA and the MLS. That's what I support. Just like you guys support independent media, I try to support independent sports. And I support independent media as well, obviously. But thank you guys so much for watching and listening on the iTunes. My name is Graham Elwood. This is the Political Vigilante. Make Gotham great again.